Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You've been tremendously supportive of the subcommittee, and I will make a brief statement, then we'll have Senator Whitehouse and Klobuchar, then we'll hear from our two colleagues on the panel. I think most of us remember that moment, visual moment, when Andy Card leans over to the president when he was talking to a group of grade school kids, and he whispered in his ear, and if you ever met Mr. Card, he'll tell you what that moment was like. He said, "Mr. President, America's under attack." Mr. President Trump, our nation's under attack. To members of Congress, our nation's under attack, not just by Russia, by other outside influences. They're not knocking buildings down, they're not killing people, but they are trying to destroy our democracy. For the record, I would like to put in the Microsoft article about the Microsoft operation. And it basically says that Microsoft, to their great credit, found out that the Russians were up to it again, and the target this time was the International Republican Institute, of which Senator McCain is the chairman, that has been very vocal against Russia's interference in democracies, particularly our own, the Hudson Institute, and the United States Senate. To Republicans, if you think the Russians are just don't have you in mind, you're making a great mistake. They're trying to undermine the democratic process. Now that we're in charge, I think we're a natural target. So this committee's hearing today is to focus on the threat and what can we do to deal with that threat. I want to just thank Senator Whitehouse for his unwavering leadership on this topic. There's several pieces of legislation that are bipartisan that if the Senate and the House took up and put on President Trump's desk, we would be safer. But I would just conclude with this. America is under cyber attack. We're beginning to act, but not quick enough and not forcefully enough. And finally, when it comes to Russia, all the things we've done in the past apparently have fallen short of the mark. I've introduced bipartisan sanctions that are historically tough. Now I would urge Senator McConnell and Senator Schumer to work together to bring those sanctions to a vote before the midterms. With that, I'd recognize Senator Whitehouse.